Sis gonna tell me, well, I'm successfully married, and you just mad because your marriage failed. I say, oh, okay. I said, sis, you might be right, but I want to know how successful your marriage really is. So pull back. It's for every woman who married or in a long-term relationship. Pull. Sis,
What happens in a relationship when a woman pulls back her energy, all the work that she's putting in, all the emotions? What happens in that relationship? This woman is saying that your relationship or your marriage might be successful now, but what if you pull back for a while and see what's going to happen? You will realize that it's because you're putting in a lot of energy in that relationship. That is why that relationship is successful. Let me show you all the video.
gonna tell me, well, I'm successfully married, and you just mad because your marriage failed. I say, oh, okay. I said, sis, you might be right, but I want to know how successful your marriage really is. So pull back. It's for every woman who married or in a long-term relationship. Pull back from everything. No love making, no cooking, no cleaning, no nurturing, no asking him how his day was, no feeding into his ego, no taking care of him, no asking him anything like that makes him feel great. Pull back from all of that. And when you do that, sis, one or two things gonna happen to show you if he really like or love you. If he really you like that, he gonna pick up your slacks, notice a problem, ask you what's going on, try to fix it, try to make sure everything good. But if he don't you like that, then you already know. Because what that tells me is, while you think y'all marriage is successful, that man just playing a role to get his needs met. But I guess you'll get it when it's too late. And make sure that you don't miss the next live on November 1st at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And get your copies of Breadcrumbs Only, No Meals, Book 1 and Book 2.
Is there anything wrong in what she said? Testing to see if you're actually the one holding the relationship strong by pulling back for a while to see, okay, let me see if I'm the one that always does the communication all the time. Let me not communicate and see if there's going to be communication in the relationship. Let me stop initiating smacks and see if I'm still going to be having smacks in the relationship. Is there anything wrong in testing it to see, okay, am I the one actually doing more of this or not? Because a lot of people are coming for her saying that she's damaged. Then why will you be having something good going on and you're pulling back for no reason? Let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section while we watch these stitches together, and I'll see you at the end of all the videos.
I saw somebody get on TikTok and they were like, pull back on your relationship and see how successful it really is. If I pull back on family, if I pull back on friends, if I pull back on, heck, even a coworker, they're going to pull back on me. That's a common response, because why would they go 2 times harder? Why would they invest time and energy when I'm not giving them the time of day? Y'all try to give advice on TikTok, but you know what you're going to end up? You pull back on that relationship, single, lonely, wondering where you went wrong. And you know where you went wrong? Because you have these childish games that you're playing when you just need to be grown, be an adult, and be in a relationship. That's it. You don't need to test somebody. You don't need to have all these games in the relationship. You either want to be with him or you don't. But stop trying to make it into a thing where you see like, oh, I'm going to pull back and see if this relationship really good for me. What? Please. The TikTok advice is getting out of hand, y'all.
Okay. Sis gonna tell me, well, I'm successfully married, and you just mad because your marriage failed. I say, oh, okay. I said, sis, you might be right, but I want to know how successful your marriage really is.
Don't do none of that shit. Not a single thing she said in that video. Don't do none of that shit. I don't want to get into it too deep, but that is a mental, childish ass game just to see if he gonna say, oh, what's wrong? Stop with the childish shit. Just because your damn marriage failed. Let's just treat him bad and see how he react. What? Single people keep other people single. Write that down. It's just simple as misery loves company. Do not take that damn advice. That's all I gotta say about that. But as always, I'm just trying to give you the large picture. Your daddy wasn't no gangster. Come on.
Sis gonna tell me, well, I'm successfully married, and you just mad because your marriage failed.
You know what's the craziest thing about this shit? There is someone out there willing and ready to take this woman's advice. Viewer discretion is advised.
I say, oh, okay. I said, sis, you might be right, but I want to know how successful your marriage really is.
Please understand, one thing you never have to do is prove your relationship or your marriage to anybody that's not in the relationship. And the only other person in the relationship is your man. So I don't get what the argument was about with this extra person. You don't have to prove a goddamn thing.
It's for every woman who married or in a long-term relationship. Pull back from everything. No love making, no cooking, no cleaning, no nurturing, no asking him how his day was, no feeding into his ego, no taking care of him, no asking him anything like that makes him feel great. Pull back from all of that.
That is single-handedly the worst advice I've ever heard someone give. Her advice is, if you really want to see what your relationship is made of or your marriage, pull back from all of your duties. Don't do a goddamn thing. Don't show him no affection. Don't cook. Don't clean. Nothing. No sleeping with him. Nothing. And only then will you find out what your relationship or your marriage is truly made of. That's like me getting on here and saying, you know what, you want to find out if you really got a good job? Go to work and don't do your job. Don't show up on time. When you do get there, don't talk to nobody. Don't actually do your job. Walk around wherever the fuck you work at. Leave early, clock out, don't speak to nobody. And depending on either if that company picks up your slack or penalizes you, only then will you understand if you're working for a good job or not.
And when you do that, sis, one or two things gonna happen to show you if he really like or love you. If he really like that, he gonna pick up your slacks, notice the problem, ask you what's going on, try to fix it, try to make sure everything good. But if he you like that, then you already know.
Pick up your slack? What are you talking about? So if y'all got a system that works in y'all marriage and you just up in one day decide to stop working in this system, in order for him to be deemed a good man, he's supposed to just pick up your slack and not question it, not hold you accountable, not pull you to the side and say, hey, babe, what's going on? Where's the dinner? Where's the communication that we usually have in the morning? Where's the love making at night? Keep in mind, this is an able-bodied woman. This woman has a clean bill of health. She just stops doing everything she typically does. You want me just to pick up the slack to that? Why do I do that? The first thing I'm doing is, what is going on with you? I need to figure that out. But once I figure out that you cool, ain't nothing wrong with you, I'm not picking up no slack. For what? There's no need. Do your part, I will do my part. We come together to make one. That way, you're not doing too much and I'm not doing too much. What slack that needs to be picked up? I swear some of y'all are so damaging. You create unnecessary issues in your relationship and y'all wonder why y'all be single. These videos make themselves. It's not me anymore. At this point, it is not me. I don't even have to. I just got to show up on screen at this point. And to think there's a woman that watched that video and said, you know what, I'm going to try that in my own marriage. I'm going to stop doing everything I'm supposed to do. And if he don't pick up my slack without questioning me about it, he don't really me. I swear, some of y'all deserve to be single. I see why her marriage failed. But you know what? I know she ain't going to listen to me. I'm just a normal guy. I give it change.
Sometimes you're in a relationship with a man and you don't even know that you're the one doing most of the things in that relationship until you stop doing them. I feel like this is normal. So you don't really know until probably you just sit down to think about it like, come on, I'm the one actually doing all of this all the while. And this person is not actually doing it. The moment you stop doing it, then you realize how much you've been doing. So I feel like there's nothing wrong with testing some things, especially when it comes to communication, probably initiating smacks, probably solving issues and all of that. Because most of the time when it comes to issue in a relationship, most of the time it's women that always want to resolve the issue, resolve the matter. Oh, let's talk about this, let's do that. The men keep quiet. The moment a woman stop talking about the relationship or stop talking about the issue that they are having in a relationship, you realize that matters keep piling up. Matters keep piling up. Resentments keep building because most of the time these men are not emotionally mature for them to see that they have to talk through some matters for, everything to flow perfectly well. So the moment you pull back as a woman, you pull back with your communication skill, you pull back with a lot of things that you're doing, you realize that a lot of things are not done if you don't put in the work. There are a lot of things that happens in relationship that if you sit down and think about it, you realize that your relationship is actually successful because you are the one putting in a lot of work in that relationship. The moment you decide that, okay, let me just stop. It's not like you want the relationship to scatter. You just want to be sure if you are the one doing it, right? Or if you just want to tell your partner that you also have to put in the energy in this or the effort in this aspect of the relationship. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with what she said. I don't know if I'm coming for her and saying that she's damaged or she wants to scatter a relationship. And at the end of the day, they end up saying that you're going to end up single and lonely. I don't know why when somebody talks about relationship and all of that, the next thing they will say is, oh, that's why you're single and lonely. That's why you're miserable and single. Now I get it because when I see when people say all this kind of thing, I feel like you don't actually get it because there's nothing wrong with somebody being single. Being single is not a curse; it's a blessing. So in fact, most women are enjoying their singleness. So you saying that, oh, that's why you're single, you are expecting the woman to cry or something. There's nothing wrong with being single. I don't understand why people usually say it at the end of some statements to make women feel bad. There's nothing wrong with being single. I just feel like sometimes some women do not know that they are putting in a lot of effort compared to what the men are putting. So that might be the reason you are having a successful relationship. But there's nothing wrong with that. If you still want to put in the effort, fine. But if in a moment you just feel like, okay, you know what, let me see if I'm actually the one putting in the effort and stop in just probably one aspect or the other, you realize that you're the one actually holding that relationship strong. And the moment you pull back, you find out that the relationship is in like this. You guys, what's your take on this video? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section, respectfully. As always, your girl Mary Davis, and thank you so much for tuning in today's video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.